Good morning, Africa Burn. I thought I would show you a behind the scenes project that I'm working on in case I am able to go to Africa Burn 2023. This is a photo I took at, I believe, sunrise or sunset of the Temple of Iaxium, I think you pronounce it, in its last year before it was torn down and when it had its support beams. I've been experimenting with Midjourney artificial intelligence to figure out how to ethically integrate with that software with my own photography and create artwork that is uniquely mine, inspired by my photography, but still takes advantage of the tools, filters, and recreations of the tool for the future. And let me just share with you how that journey began. I'm going to open up a Discord channel where this sort of thing takes place. And it was the first Burning Man image that I uploaded. I injected it and had it try to do dragons flying silhouette in the sky with a majestic theme. I spelled dragons wrong. It came out absolutely terrible, but it tried to do something. And I didn't have much hope for it, but after a while, I kind of experimented with various abstract and surreal things. Went down a really interesting rabbit hole where it took me into like portals and journeys into other spaces. It was really fascinating to kind of see what it would interpret. At one point, I used the command surreal and abstract with a flying whale, a portal to another universe inside its mouth. I don't know why I thought of that, but I did. And it began to create a structure based on the shape of the temple and the coloring and setting of the photograph that I had submitted. And that eventually would become the final piece of art, which I will show you in a moment. But I continued down various rabbit holes and experiments, figuring out what the software was capable of. This one, I don't know what I did different with this one, but it became very old-fashioned art style and really cool. Had nothing to do with the original photograph in like a relative way. I mean, I could see the elements into it. Maybe it's because it's like the test or an older version of Midjourney. But anyway, there are some great experiments. And then I paused to kind of gather my thoughts. I uploaded two more images. This is a sculpture from Burning Man, maybe 2016 or 15. Tree of Suffering, a bunch of body casts of women done by a Oakland artist. And this is also by a San Francisco artist. I forget what the temple is called, but it's all photographs. He's very famous. I wish I could remember his name. Burning Man famous, anyway. And some of the stuff that came from that, I'll show you in a moment. And then I basically started going back into the Temple of Iaxium, and I got into some very odd structures that were very similar. And let's skip over to the browser again and go to the full res artwork. So I've got this one here, which is the whale mouth with some kind of cloud city, tree city below, which is based vaguely on the shape of the Temple of Iaxium. I thought it was a nice piece of art. These are the abstract ones. This is the Tree of Suffering rendered as a Renaissance painting. So that photorealistic thing turned into something very, I don't know how to describe it. I like this. This is the temple with the photos on it that was interpreted as some kind of glowing temple with skylights. It was really cool. Another version of it. There's the temple. Here is a mid-exploration of the Temple of Iaxium, and then this is the final result. This is the one that I found most satisfactory. So if I skip back to the temple, which has its mushroom shape, this one has a very mushroom shape. It's honored the supports with long stringers and lines, and I've come to think that this is the prime example of what I can do with a piece of Burning Man photography art and turn it into something else otherworldly and surreal while still giving honor to the shape and setting from which I photographed it in. And this is the sort of thing that I might add to my projector show of Burning Man art when I come. Not just my photography, but the future evolution using artificial intelligence to help demonstrate and show what is possible with all of this. Yeah. Anyway, this was just thought I'd update you and show you what's going on. Thank you.